I live in Florida. It's hot. I love it. It's great. So, just cooling off because I went for a walk, but I had to talk to you about Edgar Cayce and his, let's just say, not prediction so much, but his information that he gets from actually the Akashic records. He actually discovered that that's where he's getting it from because when he wakes up, he doesn't know what is happening right now that he did predict and who's doing it, like who's taking us into the golden era. Now we're going to talk about the Atlantis whole scenario. Is it true? Is it a legend? We're going to talk about it. According to Edgar Cayce, it's real, and there are Atlanteans that are actually here. Why? How does that play out? This guy's pretty cool and he's predicted some amazing things. So I'm going to talk about that today because you might be one of them. Yeah, you might. So I'm going to let you know, how do you know that? And why are we here? And how that is absolutely going to boost us and take us to something pretty darn amazing. So let's talk about that now. It's an exciting subject. I love Edgar Cayce. Let's go. So, welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. By the way, I got some cool stuff for you. I have Mind Over Money coming out. I'm going to have a free webinar. Are you struggling with lack? I've got a free webinar coming out for you. Some really cool training. And I have coaching available. And if you go in my description, you can get a big discount by putting YouTube in. Let's meet. Let's get you through anything. Is it money? Is it you need a better job, better relationships? Are you anxiety ridden? Let's spend an hour together and I actually will give you a plan to move forward. I'm giving you all kinds of chances to change your life because now is the time to do it. Edgar Cayce says so. Hope you'll subscribe. Click the button, give me a like. Let's get the word out there because people need to know these things have been predicted. Edgar Cayce's one of them, who talks about the mid 20s, the 2025 to 2030, and going beyond this. He talked specifically about this timeline and told us what is happening. It's a new era. He said it. We're hearing all kinds of prophecies and all kinds of channelers, all kinds of people coming out talking about the same timeline. What does it mean? What can you expect? And let's talk about the extra boost we're getting. So I did some research. I dug deep, and I dug deep into what he actually said. You've heard about Atlantis, the Akashic records, and Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet. But what if I told you Cayce taught that many souls from Atlantis have already reincarnated now on purpose? Of course, we have that forgetful thing because we still have to play the game. You don't just come here and you get out of everything. No, you got to get into the mix because making the higher choices is what allows us to go into a new era. So even if you reincarnated to change the frequency of the planet, you still have to prove, like Christ did, that you can do it no matter what the circumstances. And that's going to be part of the game. So you came here on purpose, possibly you, I don't know, to help bring humanity into a new golden era. Is that you? We're going to find out. Today, I'll explain what Cayce said he accessed in the Akashic records, why he believed Atlantean souls would return, and how you can work with that energy to accelerate your own awakening. Let's go deep. So let's talk about who was Edgar Cayce. A lot of you know, somebody said, we already know, you don't have to tell us. No, not everybody knows. Sit back, don't put your panties in a bunch, and relax. Let's have a cup of coffee together and talk about who he was. He was born in 1877 and he died in 1945. A little bit sooner, he was told not to keep giving all of these predictions and healings because it was draining his energy. He's a human being. See, this is a part we have to deal with, right? But he was eternal and he didn't listen. Of course, he just wanted to help a lot of people. God bless him. He was an American clairvoyant who gave thousands of trance readings on health, past lives, spiritual development, and future events. He's covering it all. Why? The Akashic records hold all of that information. He founded what's now the Association for Research and Enlightenment. You've probably heard about ARE and left a huge archive of recorded readings that many researchers and spiritual seekers study to this day, right? While Cayce's work is controversial in some circles, it's been influential in metaphysical communities for decades. Now, unlike Nostradamus, Edgar Cayce was very specific. Doesn't mean he gets it all right because predictions, as we know, can change. And he actually says that. So when we say, oh, somebody was wrong, they're actually not. They're reading things at the moment that they see, and we have the ability to change. And a lot of things haven't happened. I'm not underwater yet here in Florida. Fingers crossed. Well, so what are the Akashic records? Supposedly, this is where he was getting the information. The Akashic records are often described as an energetic library, a record of every soul's experiences, choices, and lessons across time. They're mentioned in Theosophy and other esoteric systems, and Cayce said he accessed these records while in trance. He wanted to know, where am I getting this information? Is there somebody over there? That's a little scary. No, the Akashic records. So that is what? It's a beautiful place. It's a very godly, source-like, high frequency. It just is. And by the way, they do change too. So according to the ARE, when Cayce was asked where his information came from, he indicated two sources. The subject's subconscious, so he's tuning into who he's talking to, and the Akashic records. So in other words, a cosmic memory bank that can be attuned to. All right? It's a memory bank, but he was also tuning into that person's subconscious. He has to know what's going on with them. So he's truly a clairvoyant, right? So Cayce on Atlantis. What did he say about Atlantis? Why Atlantis? Well, Cayce spoke extensively about Atlantis in many readings. I think it was real. What do you think? I would love your comment on that. His picture of Atlantis wasn't just myth. He described a highly advanced civilization with technologies and spiritual practices that eventually tipped into misuse. Oh, that's so human of us, isn't it? Can we stop that? These guys have all of the control and power in the world, everything they want, and then the ego, the human in us. We're not going to do that this time, all right? And then they were submerged by cataclysmic earth changes. Well, I think that goes together. I don't think that's like standing alone. And I think that's what's happening to us now. He identified specific locations, Bimini, parts of the Caribbean, and the Mediterranean, suggested that fragments of Atlantean knowledge would surface again to aid humanity. Maybe in the pyramid, the little sphinxy in the little paw, or the big paw. I don't know. Stay tuned. I think it's coming up here shortly. Maybe 2026 is when we'll discover some of these amazing texts. This is the fun part. So importantly, Cayce also taught that many souls who lived in Atlantis would reincarnate in later eras. Now, he said this a long time ago. He didn't know what was going on here, but he saw a big shift. This is what we're in. We're in it right now. You're not waiting for it, but we are shifting now, and then 2026 is going to start to reveal things. By the way, I just want you to know I saw a real UFO last night. Okay, my second one. I did see one years ago. This is the real deal. I looked it up. No, it was not Starlink. And I looked up NASA, and it said there should be nothing visible last night from where my location was. Nothing was in the sky that should look like a UAP, and I saw it. It was a triangle, and it had lights, and it was going real slow, and then it disappeared. Could have been in the clouds, but I looked it up, couldn't find anything. I think we're going to see more and more things showing up that are anomalous, and we don't understand it, and we're going to be okay with that. So Cayce taught many souls who lived in Atlantis would reincarnate in later eras, and guess what? They had these abilities. They had telepathy. They had powers. Misuse them, including modern America, to bring back those lessons, but not to repeat old mistakes, but to integrate wisdom and help lift the planet's vibration. So we're going to bring the amazing power of Atlantis here. And of course, once you have that, once you open that gateway, you've got it. And those who had it are now coming in, incarnating here. We're already here. Several Cayce-based organizations and interpreters say that these Atlantean souls are among the volunteers who incarnated to anchor the next era. You've heard Dolores Cannon talk about the three waves of volunteers. Well, the third wave would still probably be in their 80s by now, maybe 70s, 80s, I don't know, but it doesn't end there. There are new waves coming in different time periods here to take it to the next level. Atlanteans were way more advanced. So, how did Cayce read the records? This is interesting. Cayce worked in trance states. He would relax into a sleep like condition. He actually didn't even know what he was saying. He woke up, he had no clue. And then he'd give readings that addressed the person's health. That was his forte. That's the thing he was best at. Past lives or broader spiritual questions. He explained that sometimes the information came from the individual's subconscious. Other times it came through attunement to the Akashic records. The ARE explicitly documents this dual source explanation. So I just want to say, he predicted the crash of the markets. And some people listened to him, but at the time it was going crazy. Like, what is he talking about? He has predicted some amazing things. I'm listening to the guy, okay? Because you know what? He's reading what we are feeling, the subconscious of the person he's focused on, right? And if he's looking at predictions, he's focused on the subconscious of the collective. So what did Cayce say about these Atlantean souls, their purpose? Across readings, a repeating theme emerges. The souls of advanced past civilizations, including Atlantis, would return to help anchor higher consciousness and spiritual technologies. Cayce described this as part of a broader cycle of development in which humanity gradually evolves through repeated incarnations, learning to balance material power with spiritual wisdom. We're seeing what, AI, is it a threat? No, we can balance that. The material world with spiritual wisdom. This is why I have a course called Mind Over Money, not over matter. Money is matter. Mind over money. What does that mean? We can balance the material world and our power with spiritual wisdom. It doesn't have to be in balance with greed. So don't be afraid to take the course, all right? I've got a link down here for you. Those who incarnated from Atlantis, Cayce said, came back to teach and stabilize, to help usher in a new golden era. He said this, and we've talked about this, right? But plainly, image-trained souls carrying memory of advanced energetic practices, now living ordinary lives among us, nudging humanity toward compassion, higher healing, and technologies aligned with spirit. I am using technology with Digital Explorer students to help you create multiple income streams online, but we're doing really great things. We're merging business, technology with spirituality to create something real powerful. You don't have to be broke, picking, berries off the tree and pooping in the woods. No, we've got things here that are amazing, but we have to translate it into something that is planet friendly and giving, compassion, all of it. We can do this. So let's talk about balancing the claims, what scholars say. So it's important to be clear-eyed. What does that mean? I don't know. Cayce's claims are not accepted by mainstream science. Of course not. Yeah, I don't think they even believe in UAPs, so who cares? I don't listen to mainstream science or academic archaeology. Critics point out that no incontrovertible, do you know what that means? I don't. Archaeological evidence has verified detailed Atlantean claims exactly as described in trance readings. And some of Cayce's predictions have not materialized on the timeline he suggested, but we know why. No one could do that, right? No one could do that because we have free will and we change it. Hello, McFly. If you're about, maybe 50, 60% there, you're doing pretty good. That said, Cayce's work is taken seriously by a large spiritual community in the ARE, and it continues to inspire discussions about reincarnation, soul purpose, and historical cycles. Now, he was a very religious man. He didn't believe in reincarnation. He was sort of appalled by that when he came out of trance that he was saying that stuff because he was afraid it was going against his religion. So do you see this? He's saying stuff not for his own ego. We saw Bashar doing that. Okay, we got to watch that. The ego gets involved. It says what it wants. He wasn't doing that. He removed himself. So what he was telling us came from another place, and it wasn't Edgar. He was just, let's just say, the vessel. This is the practical section. How to access your own Akashic insights. You want to learn this? How do you access your own Akashic insights? Whether or not you literally accept Cayce's timeline or Atlantis narrative, the concept of the Akashic records is a useful spiritual tool. Give it a try. Come on, let's do it. You wouldn't believe some stuff I'm going to take you through in my courses. We actually pull in advisors in the unknown space. Hey, listen, Napoleon Hill did that with Think and Grow Rich. He was consulting with a lot of dead smart people. This is all real stuff. So here's a practical, safe way. We don't want to go into the space and go, so-and-so told me, it's like, they fell for it. No, we got to be smart about this. So a safe way to attune and ask for guidance rooted in ethical intention and grounded practices is important. So number one, set safe intention. Begin with a clear, compassionate purpose. I seek information that serves my highest good and the highest good of all. Number two, we're going to ground and center. This will take 2 to 3 minutes. Sit comfortably. Breathe slowly. Feel your body connected to the earth. I go stand. My neighbors probably think I'm a whack job. I go stand outside my patio. I step into the actual lawn and I just stand there. I just stand. It feels so good. Call in protection. White gold light or your preferred symbol. Call it in. Nothing. Once you do that, that's free will. Nothing can penetrate that unless you go into fear. Open the space. Visualization. Imagine a vast library of light. Shelves of luminous books. This is a metaphor for the Akashic field. So ask concise questions. Use short, specific inquiries. What lesson do I need to integrate from a past life? Or what soul gifts did I bring forward to help now? Yeah, ask the questions. Then listen and record. Be patient. No, just relax. Note impressions, feeling, images, or words. Just let it come. Sit there, relax. Keep a journal and date entries. Do not force answers. Number 6, close and ground. When you're ready, thank the field. Visualize the library gently closing. Bring your awareness back to the body and do a grounding pause. Number 7, verify and integrate. Over days, watch for signs or synchronicities that confirm guidance. Practical confirmations are the best verification. So if you didn't get an answer right away, go ahead and close it. It's there. It's not going anywhere. You don't have to say it 100 times. It heard it the first time. It and you are one. So just wait. Signs will come, show up. People will show up. You get the phone call or an opportunity will show up and you're like, oh, that's it. So, synchronicities that confirm guidance. This practice doesn't require special powers. It asks for sincerity, discipline, and a responsibility first mindset, right? Responsible. It's not something you get, I'm going to get this from you. No, you and it share this information. You just have to access it. The library's there. It's open to everybody, okay? So working with past life Atlantean themes safely. If you suspect past life memories from Atlantis or intense past life material surfaces, follow these safety rules. Stay grounded. Integrate with nature, movement, and community. Seek mentoring. Hey, my coaching. I have coaching available for you. Go down in the description. Put YouTube in and you get a huge discount. Come meet with me. Seek mentoring. Work with a reputable coach, or you could do a regression therapist or an ARE trained reader if you feel overwhelmed. And by the way, I am trained by Dolores Cannon. Yeah, I do past life regressions. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that again soon, but come on over. Visit me as a coach. Let's explore this. Let's take a look at this. Avoid glamorizing power. Cayce warned that misuse of Atlantean knowledge led to downfall. So humility and service must guide any reconnection. That's going to be the key. That's how they got in trouble. Egos, they were getting out of control. Use insights for healing, not control. True awakening produces more compassion, not superiority. I'm the right, there, this, that. Nope. Knock it off, McFly. Next, the practical, how Atlantean gifted souls might serve now. So if Cayce's framework is right, how do these returning souls help? Examples we can look at in the modern world? Pioneering energy healers who blend subtle energy tech with compassion. right? We don't want to be some woo woo out there. Use the tech, use the tools, just do it wisely. Scientists who intuitively pursue non-exploitative energy research, and there are some. Bruce Lipton was one. He stepped away from Stanford because they put him in a box. He said, I can't be that scientist. Community leaders who prioritize spiritual education and ecological restoration. We have to think of that earth, our planet, our animals, others, restore our food. It's all possible. You don't have to be Atlantean. These are archetypal roles any dedicated soul can play now. We have modern activists, healers, researchers, community gardens. So, empowerment and integration. Edgar Cayce invited us to see history as a tapestry of soul lessons, not simply dates and ruins. Whether or not you take every detail as literal fact, his core message matters. Soul memory exists, and many of us volunteered for this time to bring healing wisdom forward. If you feel called, begin with small, grounded practices, the heart coherence, ethical inquiry, and a curiosity that serves others. It's not about me, what I can get, me. Talk to the hand. Are you ready for this? Let's step into an amazing new era. We have assistants here. We have light beings. And by the way, many are in places like corporations, governments, places you never expect, and they're stepping out. Yeah, they're stepping out. Get ready. And the veils are coming down. The gateways are opening. Once you go through, you can't come back. And we're passing through them into a world of wonderment, of mysticism, of beautiful power, and not to be misused, and to share with others. Shine your light on those who are in anxiety, anger, who argue with you. Shine your light on them. Now, once again, if you're different, ugh, my family tells me I'm a dreamer, I'm a visionary. Get with the program. Go watch the new. No, we don't do that. We are the golden era happening. Digitalexplorers.net, I have a free webinar. It shows you the 5 steps to succeed online. It starts with your passion, making a positive impact on this planet. You don't need any background. I show you how to create an online business. Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to step out of fear? And also, I have free inspiration. And of course, I have courses coming out. And I'm opening up my private coaching as of this video. It will be in the description. Use YouTube to get a big discount. I will give you a plan. Let's spend time together. Doesn't matter what the subject is, from business to money to relationships. Let's spend an hour together. Tell me what you want to talk about. We'll discuss it, and then I will send a plan to you, an action plan, so that you can start implementing it immediately. Start getting results that you deserve because you are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.